Darn this '07 plastic.
Welcome back to the recap review. Today we are going over the Viceroy, or quote-unquote Queen of the Visorak Horde, set number 8761, Roodaka. The set contains approximately 233 pieces, and the time of release was about $20. So easily this 05 Titan contains the most amount of parts out of any of the others, and it also is the tallest. However, does that stack up well? Let's jump right into the pros. Right off the bat, we have a very solid and consistent color scheme, comprising entirely, of black, sometimes dark gray, and silver. Another pro I would have to say is the great articulation, having the standard 3 in the legs, 2 in both arms, and 1, which is now standard, in the neck. Another pro I'd have to say is the build. This is a very well constructed set. There are no real gaps whatsoever in this set, except for maybe the back of the legs, but that's just one thing. Another pro I'd have to say would be the functions, which this set contains approximately 3 or 4, because it depends on whether or not you count some things as functions. But we'll start off with the head. The head has a movable jaw, which I don't know if some would consider a function, but I believe this is the first time we've seen a humanoid character with a functional jaw. Not a Rahi, but just a standard humanoid-esque character. Another pro, that's a pro, by the way. Another pro I would have to say would be the quote-unquote hair pieces on the side of the head. They move, they function, they don't exactly get in the way of any head movement, which is generally a good thing. Another function, would be the Roodaka spinner. Now, unlike the other two Titans, this Roodaka spinner actually is already, the ripcord is already an integral part of the set. It's already built into the arm. This is particularly unique, because it's the only one in all of 2005 that does this. What you do, you grab the handle here, you unhinge it from the little peg here, and off it goes. And then clicks right back into place. I'm not going to go retrieve that Roodaka spinner. And then the final function is her catcher claws, what I believe they're called. They're on her left arm. What you do, similar to Katangu, take this and do as follows. So that's cool. That's a nice function, and then they fold up pretty nicely. So those are all generally good pros. So overall, final pro I would have to say is the armored shoulders. Visorak had good armored shoulders. Katangu, whose build he shares with her very strongly, did not. So it is nice to see properly armored, or at least somewhat properly armored shoulders. So overall, I would have to say those are the general pros of this set. Very well armored, very well structured, very well built, with very well working functions. Unfortunately, as with all sets, they all have cons, so let's get into those next. Right off the bat, open sockets. Now, some may argue that those could be like fingers, but open sockets generally lead to an almost unfinished look, and this is no exception, despite how the rest of the set is. Another con would have to be the aforementioned gaps in the back of the legs. However minor and almost unseeable as they may be, that is still a con. Another con would be the breaking of the color scheme. When you don't have a Roodaka, you have that yellow spot there, and all of the obligatory blue pins. Another con I would have to say, would be this piece back here. Don't exactly know why it's here, but it does to an extent break up the flow of the back. It kind of just awkwardly sticks out. It's a little unusual, because it's just, I don't know, just like blades? Nah. Another con I would have to say would be stability. The set was obviously modeled off of a female human. So, for some reason she has hooked boots? I forget what these are called. But they're not very stable, even though she hasn't fallen over yet. They're just 3 points that connect to the ground, which is not very good. Another con I would have to say probably be the lack of a clamp for the Roodaka spinner. As with the others, sans Visorak and Kitongu, so basically all the other canister sets, there's no real way to hold it down. So if you're kind of swinging it around, it will fall off. Another con, this is particularly minor, the open axles. Again, makes it feel unfinished. This, however, does not count. However, possibly here. And I'd say that's generally about it. Overall, okay, well, maybe those. Unfinished look, those are kind of weird looking. I'm sure they had a piece to fix that. And maybe this as well. But overall, the set is very solid. It is easily the tallest, it is very complex, and just looks like an overall very complete set, despite the aforementioned open sockets and open axles. It's still very solid, and it has a very consistent color scheme, and the functions do work extremely well. I would definitely recommend this set. Granted, I'm very well aware that in the Bionicle community it may have some controversial status due to its appearance, but ignoring that, is a very, very good set, and definitely one of the absolute highlights from 2005. So, with that, I bid you adieu for the 05 Titans. Roodaka, very good set. I hope you've all enjoyed this review, and if I have missed anything or made any mistakes, please let me know. I would appreciate that very much. Join me next week when I look over the 50th anniversary present for the LEGO system, aka Duma and Nadiki. No, I mean Iruni and Norik, the Toahaga. So I hope you join me then, and I'll see you all next week.